Okay, so I'll share the schedule, what we're gonna have in this session, and then we'll get started. So first we'll have our dean, Dr. Samchang, who is gonna talk about the capstone project, the details about the capstone project, followed by our associate faculty, Dr. Xiang Yun, who is gonna speak about her experiences while teaching the capstone course, and then we'll be having their experiences shared by our alumni, Apiworth and Kim, and at the end we'll be having a Q&A session. So, Sam, would you like to share and start about the capstone project?
Okay, thank you. So let's go to next slide. Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Sam Chung. I'm Dean and Professor of School of Technology and Computing. I'm so excited to have this orientation. So I recognize that successful capstone can help you a lot. Because of that, I want to explain capstone in terms of 5W1H. What is the capstone project? Or why do you need to take a capstone project course? When do you have to take the capstone project course? Who do you work with for your capstone project? What do you have to do in your capstone course? Also how? So I will stay with those agendas, then I'll explain it. Next. Yes, this look at the right hand side. You can see the cornerstone, you are keystone, but you want to finishing everything, then you need a capstone. So what is the capstone? Student, you will demonstrate their ability to apply principles. You learned a lot of concepts, tools, and techniques in their discipline. It can be computer science, it can be data science, cybersecurity, information systems, or IT, to a specific problem or research study. And also, this one want to what? The ability to acquire or apply additional knowledge in a unique domain. Means that will be the special problem you are solving. Also, this course, you have to integrate the knowledge gained from previous coursework in your program. So this is the capstone. Everybody familiar with this definition. Next. When do you have to take the capstone project? Yes, before graduation. After you completing all of them, then you will take in last quarter. This is a finish line, okay? You want to finish a line, then you want to know that you have to take it. Means that this is a mandatory for all students who are taking degree in STC. Next. Why do you need to take the capstone project course? In terms of our academic term, then we have 5 C's. What are 5 C's? First, you have to show you are creative thinking. The capstone is not just you memorize something you want to answer. No, you have to use a brain, creative thinking. However, you could not understand what you did. That's the problem. Comprehension. You really understood this one. Why you want to work with somebody means we need a communication. Also, we are not doing simply paper. Oh, I wrote a paper, this is a capstone. No, you have to show your competence. After you have 5 C's, and then you will have evidence to the future employers. The future employer can be yourself, okay? Do not assume always being hired. You can hire yourself. I love it. Hire yourself. This is America. A lot of startup company came out. So your presentation to the public at the School of Technology and Computing Applied Research Symposium. Simply you submit a document. No, you have to present your work to the public. You have to demonstrate yours to the public. Also, faculty, also we want to look at your source code. Also, you will have a publication. In this case, only qualified one, recommended by your instructor, then we can put into the CDU repository or a conference. That's a special case. What does it mean? Your grandchildren can access yours. Your children can access yours. Your friend can access yours. Because of that, no plagiarism is allowed. This is very important. Yeah, plagiarism simply does not mean, oh, intentionally we do that. A lot of cases happen by mistake because you didn't know how to express somebody's ideas in academically. If you don't know how to protect yourself, later, someday you are very famous. Somebody may challenge you. Next. Okay. Also another one, I want to talk about the very practical things. Why Capstone? A lot of top IT companies in Seattle, they want you. Because of that, they want the evidence. Look at that, how much you are so blessed in Seattle. You know the Boeing, warehouse, Windows, Starbucks, Amazon. We are the cloud city, right? This is the #1 IT city in this world. Because of that, a lot of jobs. Because of that, they want you. However, they want the evidence. Go to next. This is one of the evidence. So this is only a handful of students that they notified me. That's why I put their name. For example, class of 2019, there is Kevin Pengwang, 2020 Clark, and then also Apiwat and Kevin Chen. They informed me where they are. And also Han Lu at Google 2021, class of 2021 Kim. Today I invited Apiwat and Kim, so they will share their experience with you. Next. So who do you work with for your capstone project? Many students misunderstood a capstone just by yourself. No, your roles very different. You have to find a specific domain problem. You will be product owner, or you can bring some advice. Oh, this faculty is very good at the AI or data science, or your instructor is also product owner. We want to see what you have done. Plus, you are system engineer or software engineer. You have to analyze user requirement like a business analyst. You have to show your high-level design, low-level design, static design, dynamic design. Also, you have to implement your coders. Without having any implementation, you cannot pass this capstone. Concept itself, we do not allow that. You have to prove it. Real implementation or simulation, either way. Also, you have to test the quality in terms of security, in terms of the software quality, use case, abuse case. Also, you have to deploy yours. We strongly recommend to deploy yours to the cloud in the DevOps. So also, you know what? You have to manage the project. Whenever you talk about the capstone project or any project, your interviewer is asking, how did you manage your project? You have to bring the academic ends, right? That's the why agile methodology, no, you need a very specific method. So in this class, we are using Scrum. Because of that, you are Scrum Master, kind of a project manager. You have many different hats, so you can see that. Next. So what do you have to do in your capstone course? Yes, you have to understand the method and methodology. Algorithm, that's a method. But methodology means you kind of a culture. You adopt them, you customize this one for you. CDU has a capstone methodology, STC Capstone methodology. 10 weeks, 10 times iterated. That's the why, so 10 sprint we are using that. So we are using Agile project management. Also, we have in class, we have a standard meeting. Online, you are simulating that, but you have to show every week, then your project is growing. Of course, look at that, the Steve Jobs. You know, you need to be a storyteller. Many students got confused, just copied everything from report to put into the presentation slide. No, that's a disaster. You should not do that. So you will learn the every week's presentation and then source code. Also, they want to see your source code. Of course, we need a demo. at least the demo video clips 2 minutes in YouTube. Also report, very well-defined report. Because of that, simply speaking, what you are doing, you are a storyteller. If you have this one, it will help your job interview or it will help your startup company. Next. Yes, this is evidence. Simply you did that now. So through the STC Applied Research Symposium, every 10th week, Thursday 4:30 to 5:30, we are inviting everybody. Even you can invite your parents, your friends. That's why we are every quarter, then they have to present 15 minutes of presentation, 5 minutes of question and answer. We may have a multiple session at the same time. Virendra is the committee chair because he is the dean's office student worker. So he is organizing that. Some student as a session chair organize they have experience. Also, you have a recorder here. Someday, you know, somebody looking for the recorder, this is your evidence. Next. Some student, we presentation good, report good, then we are uploading good report to the repository. This one also you can access forever. As long as a CDU exists, you can access a CDU repository as evidence. Also, we want to protect your intellectual property. Before you send this one to conference, then we can put into our CTU repository. Somebody said, oh, this is my idea. Then we have to compare date. Hey, our student did that. They have a intellectual property first. Next. Some of them, you can have a student publication as evidence. Most of the master program in the USA nowadays, they are not requiring any kind of publications. I want to make my CDU student, not everybody, some student very different compared to traditional computer science program. My generation master program, without the thesis, we could not have a graduation. Now too much, speed-wise, even 1 year, 1.5 years, they can get a master degree. Okay, you got the master degree. Industry, what are they saying? Okay, good, but prove how much you are good. This is one of the example. So look at the Kevin Wang. 2021, I worked together, CEO Yun is here. Then this paper was the Capstone, Internationalization and Localization for Web and Mobile Applications. He was very interested in e-commerce. He was using the kind of his experience, how this web and mobile can be easily translated to different languages. Now his paper accepted to the CONISA conference. Then now they evaluated again. This was what in the final stage of a Journal of Information Systems Applied Research, JISA. This is one of a good journal. But look at that. He finished this one 2019. Now 3 years later it's happening. Okay, this is a formal record. And then now you can see the Clark. Okay, Clark Nerve also he did a conference. But he did 2 years ago because of the the pandemic. Then it's delayed. We went to the all over them. This one published the last year, okay, 2019. Also, you can see the Apiwa Chopang. Also, this one LSE conference. Also, Kim Wen. I heard that. Many of them, they use this one as a day evidence. When they have an interview, they show this evidence. Also, when they have a question, they try to bring their attention to their capstone project. Why? They really know that this story. They can explain this one very, very well. Next. So how can you finish your capstone course successfully? First, start your capstone at the day 1. This is your creative work. You cannot have something right away. You have to have something. Also, you don't know anything, talk to your program manager. They want to listen to. Also, you don't know anything, find you are interested in technology. Oh, I want to learn Python. I want to learn TypeScript. I want to learn some frameworks. I want to learn, I'm interested in cybersecurity. Or I look at the job market, I'm targeting this company, they are looking for XYZ, I select X. No problem. Why? Without the skills, you cannot finish a capstone. Also now you need a much more advanced skills. You need to find the articles by using article search engine, not Google search engine. Google Scholar, yes, but ACM, digital library, I strongly recommend. Then this is a blind review of paper. Another one also easy way, join a student club. Watch what others are doing. Join a research group. All of our faculty, they have their research group. We are open to everybody. Also, anytime you can come, you can leave. But when you have a commitment, usually stay to 1 quarter with a minimum 5 attendances. Also, the other one, even I don't know who I am. I think Morgan is here. Our center provide what? Professional career assessment. Another nickname is WAUI. Please know yourself, your character. Which one is good? Which one is not good? Which one you have strengths? Use your strengths to overcome your weaknesses. Also, you know what? You are living in the Seattle. There are a lot of local midterm meetings going on. Go there, say hello. Then you develop your LinkedIn, be connected when they want. This is the message. Next slide. So usually capstone, this is usually you can see the week 1 to week 10. Week 1, whenever you come to the meeting right away, okay, what project do you want to do that? What problem are you solving? Oh, I want to develop mobile app. No, that's not the problem. That's the area. That's why I'm saying day 1 now, today started. Or that's why also you study the annotated bibliography, you how to search the article, how you can summarize, how you can have a critic to the article. And then week 3, you have to put in the related work. Who try to solve the same or similar problem. And then week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you are moving forward. You look at the week 6, right away they are asking, you needed to collect the data. What does it mean? You already started a system development at the week 1. But many students panic. Oh my God, also I have to implement the system. Oh, I want to learn new languages. No, forget it. Before you come to the capstone, assumption is what? You already have skills. You already know your area. Already you know the problem. You need help from us. Of course, without having them, you can come to the capstone. I know that right away, the quality may not be high. So that's why today I'm introducing this one. Go to next slide.
Yeah.
So now, yes,
yeah.
My turn is over. Later we'll have a question and answer. Hey,
Thank you, Sam.
Your turn.
Yeah. Thanks for those valuable inputs. So I hope the students will get inspired and to get started with their capstone projects. So we have our associate faculty, Dr. Sian Yun, also with us. So she'll be sharing her teaching experiences from their course. Sian. I think you're on mute. Yeah.
Oh, hi. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sion, and I am one of the instructors for the undergraduate and graduate capstone courses for the online course. Since Dr. Chung has provided a great overview of the course, I won't go into the details of the course, but provide you with 10 tips that can be helpful for your capstone project. Just a little bit about me. I have an undergraduate degree in health informatics and health information management, and a master's and PhD degrees in information and communication engineering. I worked on various researches. My research focused on helping the vulnerable people using 3D depth camera. And I worked on some healthcare researches as well. I hope that my research background and experiences can be of support to students when teaching the capstone course. That's a little bit about me, and so let's get started on the presentation. And the number 1 tip is to find your topic early. Choosing a good topic is very important, and majority of the students come to the capstone course without any idea or thoughts about what to do for the capstone project. And with this, many students get scared and nervous to start the course. However, if you're ready by the week 1 with a solid topic, the entire course can go much more smoothly. So please make sure to prepare and plan ahead of what you want to do for the capstone project so that you have a stronger start to the course. Choosing a good topic makes your research more effective, progress quickly, and more enjoyable. And therefore, it is the prerequisite. Choosing a good topic is a prerequisite for the success of the capstone project. And to do this, I encourage everyone to find your topic before even the course starts. And there are many challenges with selecting a good topic. One is you will need to provide a new knowledge. This means not a summarization of an existing study. You probably have written reports before in other classes where you would research and organize your findings. Unlike those reports, you would need to provide something novel. However, finding a knowledge gap is very difficult if you have because this is only a 10-week course. So one option you can do is use an existing knowledge gap. Find the existing problem statement, which is like a disagreement to their problem, and then find your own solution to the problem statement. And this is one option you can take. And I encourage you to read a lot of peer-reviewed papers through article search engines such as ACM and IEEE databases to get some ideas and search for the problems that interest you to solve. And note that many of these researches can take the researches in the IEEE and the ACM databases. Some took months or even years to complete, and knowing that this is just a 10-week course, I won't be expecting a very intensive research results. However, I'll be looking for good efforts put in a meaningful technical contribution by the end of the course. And just to keep in mind, and the vast majority of research takes only small steps forward to solve a larger goal. So good to keep that in mind. And also here are some other tips on choosing a topic. Choose a topic you're interested in. Think about what you are passionate about. What gets you excited? There's a lot to do in the time frame, and if you don't like the topic you're working on, the entire process will not be enjoyable. Also, to use the time wisely to help you on your future plan after graduation, whether it's your first step into your career, further education, or even within your workplace. It's a very good time to use this time to be meaningful for you this time. And also make sure that the topic can be realistically completed within 10 weeks, and that isn't too broad or too narrow. When shaping your topic, set goals that are notable but yet feasible. You can start small and expand as you progress. Also ask questions. There on the muddiest point, there is an area where you can provide questions about the module. I usually like to post those questions on the weekly announcements, the questions and answer, so that other students can see as well. You can also drop in during my office hour to discuss about your project. And also, since this is an independent research, sharing your progress and providing feedback to classmates can be very helpful. They can have different kind of ideas or some suggestions if you're stuck as well. So you can use the discussion board rather than just saying good update. I advise students to provide more in-depth feedback that can motivate, encourage, and help one another. Another thing to keep in mind is the final deliverables. What I'll be expecting on the 10th week, the final week, is a finalized paper, the PPT file, the capstone demo, which is a 2-minute demonstration of what you have done within the 15-minute presentation. There's also the source code too. You can upload that into GitHub and provide the link. There is a applied research symposium held at the end of the quarter, and this is where students share and present their work, what they have done. And this is required for all students. Please have the last Thursday of week 10 marked on your calendar. Also, I want to state here, a lot of the students just focus on the paper and the presentation files, but not the actual project itself. And they end up not having enough time to finish their project at the towards the end of the course. So please work on your implementations and your project parallelly to the paper reports and the presentation as well. So keep in mind of the final deliverables. And also good efforts and time needs to be put into each week's progress. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and there are students that say that they're too busy. They didn't have time to work on the project. I'm so sorry, but that cannot be an excuse. So be prepared, avoid postponing. Use project management tools or create daily to-do lists that can help you manage the time wisely. Think of yourself as a project manager, and you control every aspect of it, from choosing a topic and making sure every step of the project is successfully completed. And I want to emphasize here on late assignments, I can only accept, I think this is the same with other courses as well, but a lot of there are some students that turn in assignments late, and a big chunk of points get deducted due to this, and it impacts the grade significantly. So please have this noted when taking the course. And also avoid plagiarism. This is very important, as plagiarism is violating the academic integrity. And if plagiarism is detected, there are some violations. So if you use information from a source, please rephrase into your own words and provide an in-text citation with references. Each references in the reference section needs to have a corresponding in-text citation. You can use direct quotes as well, but too many is not recommended. And also you can use plagiarism checkers before submitting your work to make sure that plagiarism is not there. So the key takeaway, so these are the 10 tips that I have provided. Find your topic early, find existing knowledge gaps, provide a novel solution, choose a topic that is meaningful to you, ask questions and engage, keep in mind of final deliverables. Good efforts needs to be put in, use time wisely, and submit assignments on time and avoid plagiarism.
Thank you, Sion, for sharing those tips. So I'll share my screen. So we have 2 of our alumni joined today to share their experiences while doing their capstone projects. We have Apivat and Kim. So Apivat, can you hear us? Okay.
I think he has a work call he's taking right now, so he's going to be back in a minute.
Yeah, sure. Kim, so can you share your experiences, please?
Yeah, sure. Let me turn on my camera. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for having me. I've seen a lot of familiar faces, and I'm happy to be here. I don't have super fancy presentations like Sion, but I do have a little bit, a couple of slides that I can share. So let me pull my screen up and let me know if you cannot see it. Okay, So I'm assuming everybody can see. So hi, for people who don't know me, my name is Kim. I'm an alumni of CityU, and right now I'm working as a software engineer at Adobe. So for my capstone experience, Sion did a really great job in giving tips, and there's something that I just want to echo. The first point is definitely to start with your capstone early. And what does that mean to start your capstone? So there's a lot of elements to it. It includes finding a topic, which can be challenging, especially when there are so many things out there and you cannot really make up your mind. There are more than one thing that you're interested in. And then you also need to research on the things that you're interested in to, in the end, decide which one is the one you're going to stick with. And then things can always change. For me, I started my capstone a quarter, so that would be like 6 months before the end of my capstone day. And for me, I still don't feel like it's enough. However, depends on how much you want to put into your capstone. For me, I wanted to build a full-fledged system, so that's why I feel like 6 months was not enough. But again, it only depends on the scale and the scope of your capstone. However, the earlier you start, the better it can help you, because you never know if you need to change direction for your capstone, or if anything's go south or anything like that. And then next up, I suggest you to treat your capstone meetings in student clubs like your personal trainer. What I mean by that is, like when you go to the gym and you buy a membership, but you never actually go. It's different when you have a personal trainer and you paid a high amount of money, so you kind of force yourself to, hey, you know what, I have to go, I have to make some progress. So treat your capstone meeting the same way. If you really don't have any updates, any progress, I suggest you to still show up and still propose what you were thinking to do, and keep your instructors or your advisor posted about your current progress, even if it's 0. Because if you just stop showing up, then it will be very easy to really get lost in the track. So always try to show up and have any progress at all would be a positive thing, in my opinion. And then for me, from my personal experience, I find that capstone really helps me accelerate in my career and also with my technical knowledge. What I mean by that is because of my capstone, and I'm pretty active on LinkedIn as well, not in the past weeks because I'm getting busy, but because I'm pretty active. So there are a lot of people who knew me through my technical research. And because of that, I get quite a few referrals, and also people just see my LinkedIn profile pop up as their suggestions. And a lot of them are interested in my capstone research, and they offer me to interview. So that's one thing. And then during the interviews, definitely they got very interested asking about the capstone projects, because when you see that students have publications, is normally they are from a big school, like USC, Harvard, and such. So for us to come from a private, smaller school and we have research, that it's something that's very outstanding. And then when you really know what you do, and then the interviewer keep asking questions, and you can always deflect it back to your research. So you sound like you're more experienced. To me, it has always helped me in my interviews, and definitely my capstone was about AWS, and my current job has a little bit to do with AWS. So it definitely set me to already have my strong point, even I just joined the team. And again, for me, it's a big help for my career. But don't think that this is a promise that for sure your capstone is going to land you a job. Don't think it like that. But it is definitely a possibility that it could help you in some way, even some way that I'm not mentioning or you cannot think of, but it will be beneficial for you. Last but not least, I think the main thing is just to enjoy the process. I did not know that I like technical and academic research before I started doing my research. And right now, every quarter, I just want to keep doing it. So you might as well just feel in love with it. And enjoy everything, and best of luck to your capstone and whatever comes after. if you have any questions, I'm always here. You can add me on LinkedIn. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah.
So happy with if he has finished his call, we can have inputs from him as well.
Yeah.
Hey, happy with.
Yeah,
thanks for joining.
Thank you for taking the place. Yeah, and hi everyone. Yeah, good to be back here again. So I also see like family face, couple of them, and yeah, thank you for inviting me. And so little bit about my experience of capstone project. First thing first, I would say my experience about my capstone was wonderful. I learned a lot of things that I did not know before I started my capstone. And the reason for my capstone topic was, my capstone topic was to building a chatbot to help mainly to help. I'm sorry, guys, I don't have a slide presentation for today. My capstone project was building a chatbot application for the school to help like all of TAs, the faculties, or like STC staff to reduce all of those work. But that was the main reason behind why I built my capstone. It was one of the my problem statement that to help all of us to be good work for the STC student. And yeah, it was the great experience. So what I want to capitalize some of the area that I was really think it's good for you guys as well. So the during my capstone, the couple of points that I mentioned that can help you guys do some or improve your resource skills, and also like project management, which is something that probably you guys have to probably manage your time wisely. For example, my strategy was I started my capstone earlier, probably 1 or 2 quarters early, but not intensively as my last 2 quarters of my graduation. I always plan my capstone earlier, and then one strategy that I used to keep during my capstone was if I know one topic or one something that I want to build my capstone, for example, like I know this area I can build within 1 week, but I also double it to 2 weeks. So if something happened, which is always happened to me, so that thing is not gonna go as you plan. So I will plan probably plus twice as my first initial plan, so that you have more time to do something if something come up. And also the capstone also helped me for the presentation skill as well. I think with a big area, I would say, and also technical skill. And this is I cannot emphasize enough for technical skill, technical writing. Even you graduate from university or academic, you still have to write something. I can say, and I can second it, because like in my work experience and in my current job right now, technical writing is one of the top priority that people use to write and have to write for almost everything. I would say like documentation, and also if you want to get promoted, you also have to write some promo doc, which is involved in a lot of technical writing as well. Yeah, and that's have improved my source of my skill during my capstone experience as well. And one last thing, if don't think as doing capstone as something that you have to build something for your capstone, but just think of it like use your capstone time to build something useful or something that you're passionate about. To use the time that the capstone has provided to you wisely. So I mean, if you don't have any idea, you can just go to probably Sam or someone or TAs or even your colleagues or your friends. You can have a brainstorming or just have some suggestion idea if you don't have one. But yeah, I would suggest you do a little bit of research first before you select the topic that you want to commit to do for entire quarter. And if you don't have like any passion to do your capstone, probably it's not gonna you can finish this, but probably not gonna be as much as you want it to be finished. So I mean, choose it wisely. For the topic, I would say the topic is probably is one of the most important thing that you have to choose. Yeah, and what else? Yeah, just plan ahead, and then just as soon as possible, even you just join CDU for the first quarter, you can just start doing your capstone. No one gonna say like you cannot do that. Yeah, you can do that. And yeah, just plan ahead, do your capstone, do research ahead of time. And also one area that I can add one thing, that one area during my capstone experience was in my research paper was the related work, which is I found it really important and really helpful for you guys, for me as well, because you can see what other people have done it already and how they did it and why they did it, and so that you have some ideas that this is something that I should do it this way, or people already done it, so you have something that you can go a little bit different way so that you can improve. Probably other people have already done something, you can improve it, or no one have done anything. So that's great. You can do something new. So probably you're gonna be another big another big person that has invented something new. Yeah, capstone can be something that it can be a start small, but it can end up really big as well. So yeah, just plan ahead and then just get some better idea. Just go from your passion, what you want to build, and just something that's helpful for you, for yourself, for your friend, for your like community. If that's something that you can do, just go for it. Yeah, that pretty much is my experience. So overall, it was wonderful. So I can say that again.
Yeah, thanks Saipir and Kim for joining today and sharing your experiences. Thank you so much. So
yeah, thank you for having us. So any more questions, we can just still talking in the Q&A session.
Yeah. So now I think we are good to take any questions from the audience. So if you have any questions to ask, you can ask Sam, Sion, or alumni.
Yes, Virendra, would you ask all speakers to turn on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
you can answer any question. Already you can see somebody raise their hand. Yeah. And yes, go ahead now. We're willing to answer question. Kim, would you turn on camera? And then also Sion, you too. Up here, I know that you can't, but listen to what
I'm not sure if I can, but
yeah.
I'm joining with phone right now, but I'm not sure if I can do that.
Okay. Kim, are you there? Would you turn on camera? Yes. Okay. Let's just start with Virendra. Yes.
Yeah, I think Melissa has a question. Melissa?
Hi, everybody. So
hi.
I do have a question about the research part of this. Are there specific journals that we should look for with specific majors, or is it better to just kind of do like a general search within the library to see what's been done already?
Okay, so every speaker one by one, go ahead. I'll be last.
Okay, I can go first then. Thank you for your question. So like Sion mentioned in her slide, one of the ones that I remember is IEEE, which is very, very helpful for me. And also another one is ACM. So those are two big conferences and resources that has computer science focused topic. And they are peer review papers, so they are very credible. And we have free access to CDU students, and please correct me if this is wrong. But I remember if you go through CDU link, you're supposed to have free access and you can read any papers in there. So that's, for me personally, I feel like much more useful than doing Google Scholar. Google Scholar was too scattered for me, and sometimes you cannot really tell which one is a good one. But ACM, IEEE, it's really great resources.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I agree with Kim. IEEE and ACM databases are really great databases where you can find the peer-reviewed research papers. There are some secure. If you're a security background, there may be some papers not available in some of those databases. I'm sure that there is, but there are some maybe some area of research that may not be too more focused on, but in that case, I think Google Scholar it is really scattered, but it can, if you look at it, there are sometimes that come up from different databases that can be of support. Websites, I recommend not to use too much of the website. I like students for them to use peer-reviewed resources, but sometimes there are some really resourceful information that you want to use. In that case, using some information from like the company's website is fine as well. Just don't make sure that the majority of your references come from peer-reviewed resources.
I see.
Okay, so let me add more things. You have two types of references. One is we call academic paper. The other one is called technical paper. In this case, academic paper means the paper was published through blind review. For example, Kim and Apia, they published the paper, means they went through the blind review. We don't know who reviewed that, but usually domain expert over there. Usually this one, whenever they publish it, they have a specific number, document object identifier. So that part usually recommend for your capstone. We want a minimum 12 references. Technical reference, you can add more. For example, you are looking for AWS clouding. Usually AWS is saying our cloud is the best. That's what we call white paper. Microsoft Azure is saying, oh, ours is the best. That is one, no blind review. Those are things you can use for your references, but usually in terms of capstone, if you don't have 12 academic references, usually I'm not giving point. I don't know how Sion is grading. I ask them. Also, why this is tough. This is a salesman's shot. Salesman, lucky 7 means what? Salesman tried to sell 6 times, failed, 7 times made a deal. That's the lucky 7. Because of that, if you are looking for 12 references, 12 times 7 is 84. You are very lucky. You tried 84 articles, you found 12. That's why very time-consuming part of the reference. So that's why everybody's saying start earlier. If you don't start earlier, you don't know what somebody did. So that's the my answer to yours.
Okay, so allow enough time to really vet the references and the articles that you're sourcing from is basically what you're saying, Dean Chung.
Yes, okay. Because of that, you start earlier, you have plenty of time, slow down,
right.
Especially even 12, you can find the top 3 paper that try to solve the same problem. You got it, you can move forward. But you cannot get 3 papers right away. You can't. Looks like, you know, you go to the candy bar, let me get the candy. No, it does not work at all. That's the 2 parts always I'm telling them in capstone. One is related work, very painful, and then evaluation. But if you have a very good related work, you know how to evaluate your work in terms quantitatively or qualitatively or both. That's why this is very important. Also, CDU are paying a lot of money to the ACM IEEE Digital Library. That's not free. Simply speaking, you pay the money through your tuition. Looks like Kim said that you are going to the gym, but you pay the money, then you are not going to the gym. Then I'm sorry, gym is making money. Yeah. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, do we have any other questions?
Yeah, hi, this is Jerome Spearman. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Where do we find this library? Is it, you know, to access all the resources, where do we find it?
Okay, so Sion, I can show that. I'll share screen. Very simple. Okay. Then go to the CDU library. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the database?
Got it.
then there are too many databases. Usually I'm using ACM Digital Library because of my area. My area is software engineering. ACM Digital Library. Yes, type to search. Okay. For example, okay. So okay. Let me say search. Okay, some of them you can see that. Well, sometimes give a feedback, so you can see it. You can see my paper here, object-oriented programming, the DevOps. For example, let me select this guy, click. Can you see that this number? This is a DOI number. Means that this was reviewed by somebody, third party. Then they accepted. Okay, go back again. Let me see that what I did long time ago. Samsung SIG-ITE, yes. Okay, SIG-ITE, I published the paper. You can see that. Where is the, let me see that. When did I publish paper? Maybe previous university? Yes, Southern Illinois University. I did that, yeah. Something like that, you can see that. Some of them very good paper, they have a lot of citation. One of our faculty, Jin Chang, he published the top journals when he finished the doctoral degree, okay? So did I answer your question?
Yes, sir, you did. Thank you so much.
Yes. Please use it, yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions? I think, Sam, we don't have any more questions, but we have some time left. So do you want to continue with the
okay,
final?
so let me have a summary, then let you finish there. So would you share the screen? Yes.
Sure.
Then the other speaker, you can turn off your screen. We have 7 minutes, but I can use a couple of minutes more. Okay. Now let's have a summary. Okay. So first, the capstone. Capstone course is not regular course. It's different from regular ones. Do not assume this is just a course. So take it, I can get the A. No. Also, already everybody mentioned that capstone course needs one. Your time commitment. You know, because of your graduation, we do not hold you to more than 1 quarter. A lot of, you know, when my generation, our master degree was what? 2 years. Especially 2 quarters we did a capstone. Also, you had better have a skills in advance before starting your capstone project. A lot of students coming, they are using C++ or they are using older technology, PHP and multi-page application. I'm asking them, why are you using PHP? Now emerging technology, they are looking for single page application with a React or React Native. Then if you are putting to the older technology, already job market is red ocean. Everybody competing together. You had better go to blue ocean. Blue ocean means what? They are hungry for the newbies. So that's why I push them to deploy everything to the cloud, and also Apiwat also use the Amazon cloud. Those things help their interview. Your job interview needs your presentation of your project. Why? Whenever you have a question, you should be a storyteller. You have to make an interview really fun and exciting with a joke. Otherwise, usually you cannot get a top jobs like a top company. Okay. And then also start your capstone earlier. Already I mentioned that how now. If you want to join any clubs or research group, go to your course cell. There is the research group. Send the email. Contact me. Hey, I don't know anything. What can I do? Tell me. Go to next. This will be last one, I think. Yep. Yes. Also, I'm imagining this way. If Steve Jobs graduated from CDU, if Bill Gates graduated from the CDU, what happened? Someday, I don't know, even maybe 20 years later, some of them looks like you already started your plan after graduation. No, start that plan in advance. Advance your skills by studying the technologies required for your future career plans, okay? New skills, new technologies, including your own startup companies. Please think of that. Have some dreams. You can simulate through this project. That's why Larry Page from the Stanford University, but actually he did a lot of undergraduate projects at the University of Michigan. He did a lot of projects. Yeah. Also, think of your capstone project area based upon what you learned, knowledge, okay? Then you need a skills. And then you have ability, you know the task. Looks like a driver license. You know how to drive, does not mean you can drive a car. You practice a lot, but you don't have a driver license, you cannot drive a car. Also, you don't know what you have to do with a car, means you are, even if you own the car, it's not valuable. That's why we call the KSAT, okay? So, and then also, please, you pay the money. Please contact the professor. Anybody, hey, can you help me? I have this idea. Then start it. And then also, even you start very slowly, okay? I know you have a full-time job, full-time family, full-time wife, full-time husband, mom. We fully understand. That's why you better start earlier. And then also, again, last one, identify the research problem that you wanted to solve before taking your capstone course. That is the whole summary of today's one. So I want to say, everybody, thank you. So have a wonderful evening. Hey, Virendra, you can close this one. You are preside.
Sorry, I was on mute. So yeah, we have an input from Morgan in the chat. So students can take inputs from their OV career interest areas if they want to select the topics. And yeah, so if you don't have any.
But also, I want to emphasize that. Morgan, are you there? Would you turn on the screen, turn on the camera? Would you talk about the why this is useful?
Okay. Is my yeah, for people who are coming into technology from a different background, or you're just not sure what areas you're really passionate about, the World of Work inventory gives you 3 different areas that you get assessed in, and one of them is your career interest. If anything else, this will help you to start exploring options. And for those of you who haven't taken the orientation because you've been here a while already, you may want to talk to your program manager and program director about getting that squeezed back in so that you can start looking for something that you're passionate about. And what we're trying to do as we mature as a school, because remember, Sam, we're only 2 years old as a school. So as we develop these processes, our goal is to help everybody here find what they're passionate about. And starting with the World of Work inventory is a good beginning. And then building this in, and really, it's important to start your degree with the end in sight. So start asking yourself these questions, coming to all of the clubs to get a different perspective of what you're doing, and using this assessment and other assessments to help you question what it is you would like to be doing when you complete your degree. Your capstone is designed to open doors for you. So make sure they're the doors that you think you want to open. Is that enough, Sam?
Yes, thank you. Also, we purchased the license because of that. At least the first, how many, 200? They can be free, right?
Right. Yeah, they're free. Although we have to do a reorder because we're getting more and more business.
Okay.
Okay.
And last one, we saw. Thank you, Morgan. I saw the PWAP. You raised your hand. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say that while we know me better than I know myself, so you can take that and then you get some idea what you like to work on, like how you work on the best. And also, yeah, I want to emphasize that going to the club is gonna be something that's gonna help you a lot. You probably indirectly, but yeah, at the end of the course, you're gonna realize that how much the club helped you the way you are today. So it did help me a lot. So I can say that you recommended going to the club. If you have time, yeah, please join any club that you're interested in. And yeah, one more thing that if you guys have any questions or any like work related, personal related, just ping us. We're just 1 click away, so ping us anytime.
Yes, Virendra, we have a LinkedIn connection through the TA Center, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
so
great. I'm done. Now your job. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. So we can reach out to our alumni anytime. So we are sharing their LinkedIn profiles. We are keeping them as STC ambassadors in the TA Center. So if you have any questions that you want to ask with the alumni or the seniors, you can reach out to them in LinkedIn. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Virendra, can I go home?
Yeah, so if you don't
Okay,
have
thank
anything,
you.
thank you. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you, everybody. Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kim.
Bye.
Thank you, Sion.